Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn with me, Alpha Omega, and Ukraine. So in this episode we are going to continue in preparations for attacks against Russia. Now I wanted to mention that we are still drilling parts of our army, but this unit has been drilled successfully and enough so that we can start creating a new second army here. Now this is going to be a bit complicated because we don't have enough generals, but this second army group is going to be commanded by Viktor Mushenko, and this army should have Lieutenant General Alexander Lokota as its leader. But as we have discussed, our units are kind of stuck in the Iranian territory, and I confirmed this by going around and finding someone where I can send intervention forces, and there is a message here that your divisions cannot be called home, but will return automatically if you end up in war or target country is at peace. So I guess these guys are stuck here until further notice, which means that I'm actually going to let them drill and they're going to prepare for an eventual fight with Russia. There's nothing we can do with them at this point. So let's just take it as it is. Now, the army in Europe, this one is going to be called... what did we call it? Motor-mechanized army? Yeah, so this will be motorized army. And the second army group is going to be authorized army group. Now the biggest problem, what did we call you? First army group. Okay, so let's just call you second army group. Now we have to find a way how we can get more generals. Now I can pretty easily turn the Officer International Education to Officer Military School or Officer Advanced Training, but it's going to cost me a ton of political power. But I can't really say that we are using it for anything at this point. I mean, we already got National Transitional Council as a puppet, so we are okay there. So we can just stock up on it and see what we can do with it. Because if we could get more generals, we could actually get more of these motorized units, and they would be very useful in penetrating deep within Russia's territory and sort of breaking their formations and encircling and so on. So that is what we are probably going to go with. Now I have to make a little note for myself that at this point, one thing that we always have to do is keep expanding our operations. Now that costs a bit of money, unfortunately, but it has a big chance of giving us additional production. Oh god, we're in trouble again. Okay, I think we're not, but we're gonna see once I unpause the game. I have to check this. So it can give us additional production, and we're working on the extraction 7 as well, which is going to further boost what we have. Now looking at how much we are extracting, yeah, oil is good. Okay, light metals are going to benefit from that. We are starting to get some technological metals from... I mean, it's not showing where we're getting that, but we are definitely extracting these from outer space. And we are getting 80 steel here, so that's going to get an additional bonus. So things are going to turn out great eventually. So let's unpause, see how trade is doing. It's doing horrible. And why is that? United States of Europe and United States are not providing us with what they have to. Are we? No, there's a problem here with the calculation. Okay, so that's gonna fix itself. So let's check it in a few days. Designated Special Forces weapons. Designating Special Forces weapons can show specific platforms to cater to the exact need of our special forces. So we get extra hard attack and reconnaissance on them. Good. Let's continue with cyber special forces. Are we researching here? We are not. We finished the black operations. I guess, yeah, we're gonna wait for now. See how that's gonna go. Okay, trade has normalized. That's good. That is good. European election. European Green Party re-elected. Yeah, Europe is now green. Who's winning it? Alexander van der Bellen. I actually don't know this guy. I probably should, but I have no idea who is. Okay, and Severia finished its anti-air on the SAM sites. So now that is good. We need to expand this. And drilling here is continuing. Okay, how many helicopters do you have? You still have 480 of the aging Mil-6. That is just appalling. But the factories are looking fairly good. We're just gonna get 2 more for Kurganets, and then we can focus purely on the helicopters, which still need to increase their efficiency slightly. But yeah, we're almost up to 1 per day. Actually, I'm gonna... The next factory is going to the helicopters. San Marino prepares for new elections. That is good. Yeah, I'm tempted to take 1 factory from here. Iceland prepares for new elections. Yeah, there's nowhere else where we could get this from. That kind of sucks. That kind of really sucks, but what can you do? Actually getting 2 extra refineries, that is a bit wasteful. But they've already done most of the legwork, so I'm not sure if there's anything that we can do here. Actually, I can move a couple of these up here because we are already again at full capacity. The SAM site needs to be put here, and I think, well, we are building a couple of these factories, so let's just put them here as well. So Russia, how are you doing on everything? Well, the debt is high. Starting to see a bit better what their divisions are, and we finished the aftermath of Crimea. Okay, so that is probably the last one that we really can take, other than going full on nationalists. So fine by me. Unfulfilled import requests, Malaysia. And we're starting to have a bit of a problem with rubber here, so let's start importing from Thailand as well. Now, how's the trade routes actually looking at? It's going this way. So they could be pretty easily blockaded by Russia if it comes to it. That is not good. The fight in Syria, and they are advancing. They are definitely advancing. They are definitely advancing. So Iraq is actually going to grow significantly. I am not really happy about this, especially because they're led by Iraqi Communist Party. That is not great. That is not great. 16%. Okay, United States are guaranteeing Qatar. Syria fighting Iraq. Icelandic elections. Unaligned outlook. Yeah, United States of Europe, clash of civilizations, 8.8%. That definitely made people a bit restless. Okay, can we get additional? Nope. Expand our operations. I wish I could see the effect. 75% chance of happening and nothing. So we can get all the way up to free production, and also we can get nothing. So can we see here extracted 52, 2 and 96. Okay, expand our operations, get a bit more of this, and 52 to... Okay, so we got 3 extra steel. Is that possible? That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Work that, guys. So how's the drilling here going? Okay, Kremeyska Brigada can now be put here as well. Actually, you would be a separate unit, but still under the command of General Mushenko. Current fuel is nice. And we are no longer drilling the IFVs, so they should start stocking up 2041s. The special forces are using them as well, but there's not that many of them, so that you should see a big difference. Yep, it's going down. It is going down. Good. Okay, Slovakia asks for a debt bailout. We're gonna tell them to go home. There really isn't... They get a Western outlook though now, so we might have helped them. Oh, come on, United States. What is your outlook on the world? It is Western, so why would you do that? And Hillary Clinton is the President of the United States. I'm pretty sure people are losing their mind right now. Because that is one hell of a nightmare. For many, I mean. Some of you maybe would like that. And if you would, then, be my guest to enjoy it. Okay, so Severia is now almost fully equipped. No, it is fully equipped now. Okay, so the railway here is up to level 3. That is nice. Kharkiv has level 2. What's the supply situation? Can we see? I guess we can't. Okay, now we can. British election. Angela Eagle. I've never heard that name in my life. This is looking really good. All of our units are in supply, even with our trucks. So Angela Eagle. Who are you? It's Angela Eagle. I mean, it's a Western Outlook Labour Party. Another motorized division has been created, so you go straight to drilling. Because while you are pretty good... Oh god, Russia declared war on Latvia? Really? Really? Now that is interesting. Russia declared war on Latvia. So how good is Latvia? Okay, they're doomed. They get 4 or 5 divisions. It's kind of funny because Latvia is the nation that actually, because they are nationalists, but so is Belarus. But Latvia is the one that refused our guarantee. So now we have no way of interfering with them. Oh, that's bad. How long are you going to hold out, Latvia? I really wish I could help you, but you were the instrument of your downfall, actually. Come on, don't do this, United States. I mean, can we just... Aren't we too old for this dance? And Riga is under attack? Oh. Okay, so this is bad. I was afraid of this. You know, one thing that I really hate about about the game, and by this I mean Hearts of Iron 4 as a total, is the fact that your coastline is just super weak, and it is very easy to land units. So on account of the fact that they are actually completely surrounded by European Union or the United States of Europe, Russia has actually landed some of the troops in the back. Now this is a great strategy, but if we are actually going to fight Russia, then we are kind of in a bit of a pickle, because they can land their troops anywhere they want on any place of our coast. Now I usually deal with this in Black Ice or somewhere else by creating garrison units, but here we really don't have any. I mean, deploying units like these would... I mean, I don't even know what kind of strength these would need. Well, truth be told, we really would need only a couple. I think this would be way too strong to protect the coast, and some amphibious attack bring huge penalties. So for example, let's check how high your penalties are. Amphibious. Oh, here it is. Well, you actually are getting a bonus here, but I don't believe that's true. I believe that in the amphibious attack you would be very vulnerable. So if we wanted to protect our coastline, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can they actually land on a river as well? We would need at least like 25 extra divisions to protect the coastline. So if we designed a new unit, create empathy, what do we have? What do we have tons of? Apart from ATGMs. What about artillery? We got tons of artillery. We got tons of recon tanks. And self-propelled artillery. So if we went with something like a simple, small unit, it would just work as like a marine unit. They have high organization, so they could fight longer, and they require more command equipment. But we got that. So if you, for example, created something like this with an engineering battalion, okay, and an artillery battery, okay, it will increase their defense and attack, and an anti-air, and a light recon company. And what else? An armored recon company. Okay. So something like this, stationary. This wouldn't cost pretty much anything. 2,579 manpower, so let's call that 60,000 men. I would have to guard the coast like this. If I moved you, how big of a... No, that would be too big of a deal. Actually, if I wanted to make it better, I would actually have to increase the manpower here even further. But having someone like Coast Guard would be pretty good. Okay, so I think this might make a bit of a sense to have like a marine division that would be able to defend. They would just have the... What if we switch this to mobile battalion and switch it to motorized infantry? Yeah, that would be... Motorized marines would be even better. .62 heart attacks of the attack. Yeah, heart attack would be over 100. Defense would be near 100 for a unit that has what? The 123 utility vehicles. That is a ton. Each one of these needs 60. But this is much better and requires less manpower. And would guard the coastline much better because they will be really quick, actually. What's your speed? If we removed everything, how bad would it be? Okay, that is not that much weaker. Speed 45. So the artillery battery would not slow them down. Heavy engineering company wouldn't slow them down. You wouldn't slow them down. Anything else that wouldn't slow them down? Because we would need them to be able to react quickly to possible naval invasions. And I think this would be 842. Okay, so let's call this Coast Guard. Coast Guards. And see how many can we do. Let's say 5 is okay. If we wanted 20, we could get 20. We could get 20. Easily. That would take a lot of our manpower, Jesus. And I know this is an overkill, but I think we definitely need a division or an army that would protect our coast. And I know this is a bit stupid, but yeah. Okay, let's see who's protecting this area. If you go protect last stand. Area defense. If you just ask them to protect the coast, how would they act? Would they evenly split along all of the coast? Yeah, they would. The naval invasion is available anywhere. So we really need a full-blown out Coast Guard. That is bad. Anyway, we finished the UAV 2005. An unmanned aerial vehicle, commonly known as a drone, unmanned aircraft system, UAS, or by several other names, is an aircraft without a human pilot aboard. The flight of UAVs may operate with various degrees of autonomy, either under remote control by a human operator or fully or intermittently autonomously by onboard computers. Okay, so let's get an upgrade to the UAV. You guys are going to go back to where you were because we do not want you all on the coast. We are going to have to recruit a full-blown Coast Guard. That is unfortunately what we are here to do. Dang. And I have no idea how to say Coast Guard in in Ukrainian, so that's just what I'm gonna call it here. Cleanse the country. Nope, thank you. And we'll need more generals for that. That is pretty rough. Okay, expanding our operations is coming soon. Oh, come on, what the hell, Australia? Why are you like this? What is your problem? Do you have a problem? Or what is our trade relations? 385. That's the highest of all I can see. So there should be no drops. Chinese and Japanese fighter jets engage in aerial combat. The East China Sea has erupted into conflict following a confrontation between Chinese and Japanese aircraft. The clash reportedly began when Japanese jets were scrambled to intercept Chinese fighters over Japanese airspace. Rather than resulting in a Chinese retreat, which has historically occurred after similar incidents, Japanese aircraft were fired upon, resulting in the deaths of several Japanese pilots and the loss of multiple aircraft. Japan has strongly condemned the incident and is reportedly engaged in urgent talks behind closed doors regarding Japan's response to this event. Is the third Sino-Japanese war on the horizon? Well, we shall see, won't we? Large company is bankrupted. Cool. Japan has a war goal against other nations. Okay. Huintao. Well, Japan. Taro Aso. Taro Aso, conservative with Western outlook. Well, let's see what it's gonna do in this situation. Let's expand our operation. And what are we working at? Factory, 2 factories, a fuel depot in Zakarpattia, and SAM missile in Zaporozhye. So that is good. Okay, Japan declared war on China. So this is interesting. And there are no allies involved, I think. Korea is still independent. Okay, and poor Estonian, Latvian. Poor Latvian forces have been reduced to 3 little pockets. One in the middle of Kurzeme, one in Riga, and one at the bridge from Daugavpils. They still got almost all of their army intact. Well, good on them. Thank you for teaching us an important lesson about Russia. Because that is something that I have struggled with understanding before. So you guys are what? 5th Motorized Army. You guys just a drilling squadron, and you are 6th Crimean Army. Okay, so what's gonna happen here? Oh, already happening. Combat in East China Sea. Combat in East China Sea. What's the balance of forces on this one? I don't think we know much, do we? Well, Japan has about... That is kind of laughable. Let's call it 30 divisions. They got about 200,000 men in active service. They got about 120 ships. And they get about 1,200 aircraft. Okay, straight off the bat, China has around 4,500 aircraft. They get more ships, and they got about 1 million people in army and about 120 divisions. That is a big discrepancy. Okay, we finished the next SAM rocket. So you guys are gonna go and get us the SAM 1995. How's the Iraq conflict? Yeah, war tension is at 90%. Things are starting to get pretty bad. Okay, for some reason we can now see the complete fight here. Is Iraq getting any support? Nope, I don't think so. Nope. And Syria. No, this is Syria. Okay, Syria is getting no support. And Iraq is getting no support. So no one is involved in this conflict apart from the two nations. Though it looks like Syria is having huge issues. Yeah, they have about the same amount or even higher amount of divisions than Iraq has, but their army is just about 2 times bigger. So even on the defensive, they are not going to be doing that good. And Russia has moved all but one of their units out of our territory. And the last fight is happening in Riga. The last division of motorized infantry brigade is defending it against an attack. Well, I mean, it's funny because they refused the guarantee and now they're falling for it. So that is kind of sad, but what can you do? What can you do? How are we doing on the recruitment? Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, Latvia was puppeted. That was to be expected. So let's just see what our trade is going to be like after we are done with this expansion of operations, and then we are going to call it a day. Okay. So anything new? Nope. Nope. And we are missing technology medals again. What a great time to be alive. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I'm happy that things are happening, but not happy about what exactly is happening. The fight between Japan and China can turn really bad really quickly. The fact that Russia has puppeted Latvia, that's just not good news. And we are getting to a point where we might be very much ready to deal with Russia. Oh, holy hell, Russia has war goals against the United States of Europe. Okay, they want to puppet United States of Europe. Is that gonna happen? Well, that will be interesting to see. If they declare the war, we are going in. We're not waiting for anything. That's certain. Because we're not gonna get such a chance ever again.